information regarding this matter, as we reasonably foresaw it arising, I indicated to my learned friends on behalf of the state, and I'm confirming it on record now, that my client's position as a family is that there is no instruction from them, neither is there any encouragement from them to any pocket of society to take the law into their own hands in the form of harassing or threatening this particular accused person whom I am seeing for the first time. They do not know him from a bar of soap. I can also confirm, Your Worship, that from the engagements that I had with various community members, there was no indication given to me as an officer of the court that anyone harbors any intentions. Our people are law-abiding. They are not the same as those who are the reason why we are here before the court. And for the record, my clients have no appetite to incite anyone to threaten the accused person at all, not in their name. But equally true is that those who are not in this court and those without whom I engaged, I, as a watching brief, cannot give a guarantee about the accused person's safety. And it would be wrong of me to say the court is offside on that observation. My job as an officer of the court is to assist the court and the proceedings and share with the court information that I have personal knowledge of or that reposes within the province of my instructions. The short answer is, Your Worship, my clients cannot guarantee the safety of the accused person. The victims themselves, who are currently receiving treatment, also cannot. If they could and they instructed me to say so, I'm a brave lawyer, I would say to Your Worship, the victims themselves say the safety of the accused person can be guaranteed. But it would be wrong of a suggestion to be made that if anything were to happen to the accused person, it is vicariously at the instruction of my clients. They've been victimized enough as it is. They have no business. All they want is to see the law taking its course. So, this morning, Your Worship, again, I personally engaged with some of the people before the court and outside. And I said two things. One, let the law take its course. Two, I will ensure that I'm a buffer between the legal system, the family's victims, and yourselves, so that whatever you may want to do, you do so based on information that is accurate, not the rumor mongering that is going on in the social media sector. And that is the sentiment I conveyed to the state, and I'm standing by that. If the court takes the view that a case has not been made as it should in terms of the requirements of section 511 sub 4a up to e, then the court may decide in whatever manner it fits. The father who is in front of Your Worship also said, and I quote him, "It matters not to me what the court does, I just want justice to be done." If the court believes that a proper case has been made out by the applicant to be admitted to bail, they as a family will accept it. But we are not going to stand here and punt necessarily for the release of the applicant in instances where the court is troubled by certain safety aspects. I cannot take it beyond that. I've been upfront, and if the court wants to release the accused person, by all means, my clients will respect that. And I hope that I have shed some light to the extent that I was said to have been engaging. Of course, as an officer of the court, it is my duty to try and make sure that the administration of justice is not. But when tempers fly high, who am I? I'm just a majority. I cannot control people. But our people know that it is not cool to take the law into their own hands. That is as far as I can take it. No more, Your Worship, unfortunately. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you. That is indeed correct, so Your Worship. Ultimately, Your Worship, in this application, as brought by the defense, the court has to be satisfied. The state has already indicated its position and the reasons from not being opposed to bail, but ultimately it becomes Your Worship's decision. Thank you.
Your Worship, if I may just take a final instruction regarding his safety, that I can just put my instruction forth to the courts, whether he feels safe, whether he will be safe, Your Worship. As the court pleases. As the court pleases, Your Worship, it is my instruction that he will be safe, he will be able to ensure his safety, Your Worship. As the court pleases, Your Worship, the defence has drafted an application. My apologies, Your Worship.
Sorry, Your Worship. Your Worship, the accused is facing 3 counts. The first count is that of attempted murder. The second count is that of human assault. The third count is that of murder. All those offences were committed on the same day, that is the 25th day of December 2022, and the victim is the same person, that is an 18-year-old Popong Nake.
As the court pleases, Your Worship, in support of the bail application on behalf of the applicant, an affidavit in support of this bail application has been drafted and completed, Your Worship. With the leave of the court, may continue to read it into the record. As the court pleases, Your Worship, in the Magistrates Court for the District of Bloemfontein, held at Bloemfontein, case number 19/1363/2022, in a matter between Jacobus Johannes Klaasen, the applicant, and the state, the respondent, it is an affidavit in support of a bail application. Either undersigned Jacobus Johannes Klaasen, do hereby make oath and state that I am an adult male, 48 years old, residing in Bloemfontein, Your Worship. The facts herein contained are within my personal knowledge and belief, save where otherwise indicated, and are both true and correct. I'm the applicant herein, and this is an application for my release on bail. I've resided at the above address for a period of 6 years. I'm married and I have 4 children. The mother of my children is, Your Worship, I'm just, may I also keep the name of his business? It is written on the affidavit, Your Worship, if I may just not say it in open court, if the court feels inclined. Just that I don't mention it in this court, Your Worship.
Reason being that?
It is his workplace, Your Worship.
Reason for that?
Just for the safety purposes, Your Worship.
No, you can't do that. When you guarantee to me that this person, if he's released on, hence the state is not opposing me.
As the court pleases, Your Worship.
Because I must know why the state is not opposing me. If it's Schedule 5, why the state is not opposing me? He has mentioned that he is not applied this, whatever. But now, if you are not sure if the Section 60, subsection 4, there is a possibility that if he's released on bail, one of the factors cannot be adhered to, then that means this person must remain in custody.
As a court pleases, Your Worship.
You can't conceal anything now because he's not at flight risk, he's not at risk, he is going to be safe.
Indeed,
So
Your
proceed.
Worship. As the court pleases. The mother of my children is employed at Prima Motors and earns a salary of 28,000 Rand per month. I'm self-employed at Prima Motors and earn a salary of 15,000 Rand per month. I have no pending cases, I have no previous convictions. I'm a South African citizen, not having a passport. My family resides in the Bloemfontein area. I accordingly consider it to be my permanent home where I am domiciled. I accordingly submit that I have long-standing and deep-rooted ties in the community in which I love both socially and occupationally. Because of my strong family and occupational roots in my community, I submit that it is highly improbable and indeed impossible that I will flee my trial. I'm extremely close to my entire family and our family unit is closely knit. I accordingly submit that I have a family support structure which is stable. I have assets, namely household furniture. I have no desire to flee from the police or to avoid the due and proper administration of justice. I have respect for and full confidence in our system and our law courts and intend standing my trial herein. I also have no desire to contact any state witnesses or potential state witnesses, and I indeed do not know who such witnesses are. Regarding my defense in this matter, I say that I'm innocent of the charges against me and I intend pleading not guilty at the trial. I want to be released on bail because of the following reasons. The state is not opposing my release on bail. The investigating officer is not opposing my release on bail. I handed myself over to the police. I need to get back to my business and run a business. From this business, I provide employment for 8 other people. My wife and 4 children are financially dependent on me and my business, and I humbly request the court to cumulatively consider the above reasons when considering my release on bail. I wish to exercise my right to remain silent. I have been advised of my rights and at this stage wish to avail myself of such rights, as I am informed that the state has not furnished my legal representatives with full and precise details and documents at their disposal in support of the charges preferred against me. I do, however, submit the following for the purposes of this application regarding my arrest. I will not intimidate any state witnesses and will not commit any further offences should I be granted bail in this matter. I submit there is no likelihood of my endangering the safety of the public or any person or indeed the public interest. I do not intend undermining the justice system and I will stand my trial herein and abide any further conditions the court may seek to impose. I respectfully submit that the interest of justice does not require that I remain in custody pending the final outcome of my trial, which I'm informed may take several months, and I undertake to attend the court religiously and faithfully on each and every remand until its conclusion. I further undertake to comply with every condition this court may impose. As regards to the amount of bail, I'm able to raise an amount of 20,000 rand. Wherefore I pray that it may please the court to grant me bail as requested, duly signed by the deponent and commissioned on the 29th day of December 2022. If the court is so satisfied, may I please hand it in as an exhibit.